So especially if you're not a colorist or using a $30,000 monitor, you might not be 100% positive if your screen is calibrated or not. And to avoid any confusion with that, you have to rely on your scopes. Again, if you're not a professional colorist, sometimes it's kind of daunting looking at the scopes and just going, what am I supposed to do with this? So in this video, I'm gonna simplify how you should go about setting up your scopes, even if this is your day one using Resolve. So let's jump right in. All right, so we're inside Resolve now. We're gonna take it nice and easy, okay? So first thing we're gonna do is just click right here to expand our scopes. And right now, the default configuration is 4 up. You can have 2 up or just one big scope. We're gonna go to 4 up. And the reason why I hit everything else is because we don't need to focus on how this was graded. This is our final grade. We're just focusing on scopes, setting up our scopes. So the sequence in which you place each scope is totally up to you. I'm just gonna show you my configuration. So let's go through that first, and then we're gonna start diving into these specifics. So usually here I keep my waveform, and then here I also have a waveform. We're just gonna leave that there. Down here I set it to parade, and then over here I have my vector scope. So this is going to be the setup. Now the first thing that we're going to do is figure out some sort of way where we know if the skin tones are where they're supposed to be, because from monitor to monitor you're not really sure sometimes if your stuff is calibrated. Like, how can we fail safe that process? So you can click right here and go ahead and just check on show skin tone indicator. As soon as you do that, look at what's going to happen right here. So I click right here, and now I have this line that tells me where the skin tones are supposed to be. Okay, good. But we still don't know, like, what is it saying? Is it saying like this right here is over here, and then the skin tones might be over here? Like, we're still not really sure what's going on. To ensure what you're looking at and what is indicated on your actual scopes, you're gonna click on these 3 little dots, and you're gonna click on display qualifier focus. Okay, as soon as I do that, look what happens when I hover over now, and just look at what's happening on the actual scopes. So keep your eyes on the vector scope and look at how the skin tones are perfect right in the middle of like that line, the skin indicator. So now we know for a fact that our skin is looking juicy. It's perfect. It's, you know, where it's supposed to be. Okay, so this is extremely important because I can hover over here and see what's happening with my other colors. All right. Another thing that I do is in this waveform right here, I click on this guy and I go to my Y channel only, and I click on Colorize waveform. This is the fastest way to get a color story. Just knowing, like, you know, that we have a lot of nice oranges and teals seeping through and some blues on the bottom end. And what happens if we just go in my printer light and completely try to shift the look? Like, you will see that change right here. It's really hard to tell what's happening here, right? Or even over here. Like, we know there's more red than green than blue, but it's very clinical instead of like seeing the actual picture of like, okay, this is representing what I'm seeing in my scopes. And if I were to go back and let's go in the opposite direction, what do we see then? The overall image is getting like, you know, pulled, right? So this really gives us that sense of like, where do we want to go to get like a very healthy color contrast? Like even something like this, right? Like if I were to add something like that, and you can see it now there. If I do before and after, or again, let's just do kind of push it for an example's sake. So if I do this before and after, you get to see it represented right here, what we just did. Okay, so I'm going to reset that. And then another thing that I would do that is an extremely helpful little trick is clicking on this guy right here, basically putting a threshold on like, where do you want the cutoff to be on the bottom end and on the top end. And that doesn't mean that that's what's going to happen automatically, but you will have a guide for your bottom floor and your top floor. So what am I talking about? Basically, if I do this, check this on, and if I do that, you see that little line right here, right? So if I double click on it, usually I set this to 50. And what that says is that I don't like my blacks going below this point. and that creates like really nice matted blacks, like film-like blacks, instead of digital blacks that you would see if you're very close to zero. So this is just a visual cue for me to know that let's keep my blacks around this point or a little bit above that. And you can even see it in this image. The blacks are around this area and they look very nice. And you can do the same thing in your highlights. Like see up top right here, I can pull this down, and if you're into compressing your highlights and keeping a lot of juice up top, you can do that. Me, I leave that as is, depending on the project I'm working on. If I am working on a project where the client is asking for like really having compressed highlights, then I would bring that in. And by compressed highlights, let's look at some of the images from Sicario, right? So even like an image like that, if I were to cover that up and we look at it, like look at the highlights, like look at the brightest part of the image is basically choked up here. So then in that case, you would come in here, take your highs and bring them somewhere around here. So then for the entire project, you know that your top is going to be right here. So you just created a guideline for your highlights and for your shadows for the entire project. And even if we look at their blacks are not going to be passing this point, like I mentioned. So this point that I came up with, which is 50, is after reviewing tons and tons of content and kind of just creating that mark that usually lives around here to have really nice blacks, quote unquote film-like blacks. So I would highly recommend setting your scopes like this if you want to have a very smooth experience grading. Now, if you like what you saw here and you want to take it to the next level, I have two different options for you. I have a 1 hour long free training that you can take, and it will cover topics such as shot matching, skin tones, gamma shift issues, and it also includes tons of freebies. Also, you can check out my masterclass that has over 300 plus videos, 17 total modules, weekly competition where you get tailor-made feedback, and it all comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So all of that you can check out with links in the description. And on that note, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.